Hey, Pamela. How you doing today, love? Doing all right. Doing all right.
Foreman 18.
Haven't had a bad part of the day yet, so pretty good. Hey, Kathy. How you doing? Shows one on, 0 likes. I think we're going to have to outdo YouTube to ever get them to straighten their act up. Yes, Kathy. 1 and 1, 3 and 1. Whoever's sitting in the back, come on down here and join us. Be part of it. She's your grandma. Okay. Dorothy? Thank you, love. I ain't got, much family left. So it's just going to be something simple, I want to try to get us a little chapel somewhere. I'm going to try up in Tennessee if I can. That's where, her grandma lives up that way. I mean, it'd still be a drive for her, but I'm thinking well, I really don't know yet. Hey, Jenny. It was too late yesterday to start calling about, so we'll wait till tomorrow, so we can kind of get an estimate, what one of them little chapels would be. Like I said, we can do it up somewhere in Tennessee. You don't have to be far from here. Or we could do it maybe at one of the little chapels up in the Smokies, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, whatever. It's like I said, on my side, well, but everybody's gone. My sister would come, and her boy, Raymond, Wanda, for definite. Seen her a while ago. She came over to my sister's, and she wanted me to come over there, so I run over there for a few minutes, and we hung out for a little bit. It started getting pretty foggy up here, so they went ahead and headed back home. But at least I got to see her. But yeah, nothing big, just hey Sabina. And two, like I said, for the ones that cannot make it to wherever we do decide to do this, it's really not going to matter much because we're going to do it live feed regardless, just like this right here in real time. but I know for definite Lynn's coming. Um, and anybody else, like I said, is in the Tennessee area, South Carolina, North Carolina, all that. It's not that far if we do it up in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. I mean, a couple hour drive or so, something like that. But nothing big. Just have our wedding and whatnot, and we're not going to turn around, just walk out the door, and that be it. That part ain't gonna work. Um, we'll all sit down, have some cake, talk, get to meet one another, and make it a good dadgum day all the way around. Like I said before, I'd love to meet every one of you, you know, in person. Uh, that's kind of hard to do the way everybody's scattered out, and until we build up enough to be able to travel, uh, yeah, it's gonna be rough because now we can travel, but we have to try to save up and have enough to do it with. Um, Too bad I didn't have a rich uncle in the family that could have left me a fortune somewhere. Dadgummit. Kathy says, "Hey everyone, Danny, y'all drinking your coffee? I know it's nearly 2:30 here. I would have been on earlier, but like I said, I had to go over to my sister's. Um, that last night that touched her heart. Um, every time I'd start talking to her, look at her, her eyes would tear up. She tries her best to hold in emotion. She's just built like that. But she struggled last night to keep it together. I'm proud of her and I'm thankful for her. The whole family here is very well uh, happy for us, and they can't wait. They're ready. Um, and I didn't spill the beans to one of them. My sister did. When I come in, she said, "Yo, he's gonna find out anyway." So she told me. She said, "I spilled the beans." So I said, "That quick, huh?" She said, "Yeah, but it's okay. Hope all y'all are doing okay." I had never think that this would have ever been in my future. I gave up on all that stuff a long time ago. Thank you, Pamela. Well, she's so graceful. She's so humble. You know, that gum. She's a good girl, I tell you. I enjoy just when I pull up to pick her up of an evening. She just jumps up and down and smiles and waves, and she's did that since day one.
There is some.
Talk to me. Hey, holler. Nose drops. Greenwood. In the round. Yes, I think so. He he created the USA anthem. He could sing, that's for sure. Talking about Lee Greenwood. Do I mind if you stop me? Yeah, because you're not going to do that.
In groups.
Yes, Sabina. Um, I wanted to comment on her. Um, the other day, she said something about, or someone said something about a basement. Um, I don't know if that was coming from her reply or someone that was just seeing it take place. Um, Sometimes it's hard to decide who's telling what, and but you get the full picture. But um, I honestly believe that Nancy has been held um, in some sort of basement or some type of building somewhere, um, just to be done wrong every day, all the time, all day long. Um, and my mind won't go past that for some reason. Um, I have no idea why, but that's just what I see. Could be Pamela. I don't know, because I mean, you would think that them being involved, that they would have searched the residence, even the basement. Um, but we also heard something about a crawl space. Um, so like I said, I do not know. She's got to be the one to say it. Everybody else is trying to speak for her, and I will not accept that. Um, I want to be 110% sure that she is deceased or alive. I don't know if that's Nancy's voice that's speaking. I don't know if it's a past loved one of hers relaying what she sees to us. I don't know. One of the hardest things you can get from a spirit is their name. And we've heard it called many times, but not in the same voice every time. Sometimes it'd be a guy, sometimes it'd be a young teen or something like that. It didn't ever sound like nobody elderly. Um, which I can't say that wasn't her either, but um, this thing's family oriented. It's about jealousy. It's about money, and I think somebody's going to take a fall for it, and they're going to end up singing like a bird, and then everybody going to get in trouble. Nancy said on Spirit Box they took her to the mountains. She tried to get away, and they tied her up and drowned her. Um, wouldn't surprise me a bit. Yeah. I'll try this on two different ones.
Is that you? It's government. Children or educate. What? Oh.
Does anyone in the realm know a Nancy Guthrie, 84 years of age? 84-year-old Nancy Grace from Tucson, Arizona. Children took her off. Does anyone know if this 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie could be in water somewhere? Reaching out to a 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie. If anyone knows or knows of 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie from Tucson, Arizona, if you know about her, tell what you know. Treated her. Treated her and punished. she's done nothing to be punished for. If you can see where she's at, and if you can shush, if you can see Nancy Grace, you can tell me where she is. Quit beating around the bushes here. Tied. I believe that somewhere. If you do not know anything about this Nancy Guthrie, just hush. I can't listen to 5, 10, 15, 20 different people at one time. This woman deserves to be found. Yeah, she needs to be found somewhere. That's right. And y'all can talk anytime, but when we're reaching out for somebody like this, don't butt in. That's what ticks me off. Well, don't be sorry about it. Just don't do it. This woman deserves to be found. So I'm going to ask again. Does anyone in the realm know 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie? A lot of them what? She has been taken from her home. And I want to know where Nancy Guthrie is. Again, I heard her kids. Do you think that this was a paid off deal? Wait a minute. Does anyone in the realm know if Nancy Guthrie from Tucson, Arizona, do you know if she is deceased? Hid what inside? If you know if you know Nancy Guthrie from Tucson, Arizona, tell where she is. That's what I heard, yeah. If you don't know anything about her, just hush. Well, if you'd like to help save her, then spill the beans here. Tell me where she's at. And I can guarantee you we'll make a phone call right here and have some people there. And according to what's being said, hush, according to what's being said is that her son-in-law and Annie uh, could pay for their taxes on the house, and bank took it. So Nancy bought them another house. So if you know anything about that part, let me know. I cannot understand three or four different people at one time. What about Tomaso? What about his wife Annie? We need to know where she is. If she is in a basement, if she is shoved up in a crawl space somewhere, if she is has been put in a river or a lake, or keep her what? What letter? No, she's not on. Uh, Let me just put it like this. If you don't know anything about Nancy Guthrie, 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie from Tucson, Arizona, until you decide or until you can find out, don't speak about her because I don't want 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 people trying to speak at one time. I cannot make that out. Or just give it a little while and just see if they'll try to act right. Yeah. Um, with them losing the home and then her turn around and buy them a home, you'd think they'd be appreciative of it, but they know she's got money. And like I said, this thing's going to be family oriented and all about money. And how they're keeping it on the down low, I do not know. I do know that that place is being surveillance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So when they said something about a crawl space, that very well may be what the deal is. Then she asked me to ask if she could be had been put in water, and if they paid enough attention to the cars that are staking them out, if during uh, switch time, that would be the only time they would have to get anybody or themselves even out of the house. Or maybe another person pulled up and then that other person left. If that's the case, then she's not been put out the house. Um, but I'm still not getting the same voice over and over. Um, I'm hearing every time her children, her daughter. Uh, and I say, Tomaso, and they say, yes. And wife Annie, yes. Um, I just can't get anybody to tell me where. You heard they picked up 3 people over this. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it a bit, love. It's stupid. It's sickening. Man, that ain't worth a flip. I don't know, guys. I have no idea. Um, like I said, there's a 50-50% that she is, 50% that she's not. And the other day, they said her name, or someone said her name about 3 or 4 different times. And I also heard, I'm dead. Now, if that was from her, I do not know. Then I heard a female say, wish they were locked up in a jailhouse. And then I heard son in law, uh, Tommaso, and Annie, um, and asked a direct question. I got a direct answer. I said, is your children and stepson involved in your disappearance or what's happened to you? And we got a straight out yes. And yeah, we can pick up people that's still alive, um, but they're pushing out so much daggum energy that there's no way you couldn't because they're fearful for their life. But I don't know why the place ain't been seized and really gone through. It's like they are afraid of what they might see. Is the way I'm getting it. Yeah, that's crazy. Man, that's you got that right. Uh, I get the feeling that her daughter Annie and her husband and friend of his is all about money. You hit it on the head, Judy. Eh, There is nothing else. There is nothing else. She's helped them before, and then she turned around and bought them a new home. They were wanting her insurance money. They were wanting money from her bank account, and I'm pretty sure that she was forced to call and go up there and probably held at gunpoint to withdraw so much. And but the way that they are staking that house out now, the only really thing that would make any sense is either go ahead and go back in and keep looking, or you know, look for some sort of little crawl space. Um, I said, are they giving you something to eat and drink? She said, not much. Um, so they're just pretty much letting her be what she is, and that ain't nothing but torture. You heard they did get a match on glove? Good deal. Good deal. Apparently, this thing will bust wide open here in a day or two. Um, Because they get DNA, that's going to be it. Yeah, I mean, I would have said no too. I mean, well then there we'll tell you right there. Then she's been moved. Well, it may have been from one of the others that maybe she was fighting back. She should have. She had a right to. Maybe they need to do some more thorough checking on this here Thomaso and Annie. Um, Somebody knows something, but it's probably not reached out no more than 3 to 4 people that really know what's going on. And see, that should not be allowed right there, Beck. Not only have they been walking around the property, they've been walking inside as well. Um, they said the other day, said there was a guy out there cleaning cleaning the pool. I have no idea, Patricia. I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea. Um, for some reason, if she's in the realm, someone's not letting her speak. People are speaking for her, or they're just letting this thing play out and just be torturous day in, day out until she takes her last breath. No, she didn't deserve none of this. Sickening. You know, if you're that hard up for money, there's plenty of banks you can go try to hold up. You ain't got to go harm a 84-year-old woman. Dang it. That happens a lot. It has to be. It has to be someone she knows. Like I said, it's probably ranging between 3 and 4 people, and they know about the medication. If she don't take it on a daily basis, they know what happens. But that can be part of torture for her, and then barely feeding her and barely giving her anything to drink. I mean, this is crazy. Okay. So they know exactly where that medicine was at. They grabbed it. Definitely a son-in-law and someone he knew, uh, and more than like Annie knew as well. And he was paid off to do this, to keep them looking like they really didn't have nothing to do with it. Um, I hate hearing things like the other day when she said I'm dead. That can mean several different things. It could be saying I would rather be dead than go through this, or I would rather be dead than have to help them anymore from what they've done to me. It can mean various different things, um, or that she's deceased and just will not allow her to speak. People are speaking for her. There's no good. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Exactly. I'm sure there's some paperwork that she would have to sign uh, before her death. And I hate to say it that way, um, but it's just the way it is. When when someone is kidnapped and it's a ransom type situation, um, they're not going to release the person and let them go back and rat on them. You know what I mean? So, uh, regardless, where she is at this moment or not, deceased, um, she will be because unless they get to her in time, but they are not going to leave no witness. Period. And law enforcement know that, and they need to step it up and start trying to talk to the right people. This is crazy. It's going on too long, and we don't need it to turn around and be like the rest of that bunch of everybody else. Um, crazy thing. Go to show you a paper is made out of a string, paper string. Huh. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. 14 days. Well, that, you know, like I said, until she will speak to us without somebody else having to speak for her, we're not going to know. Could it be that she's afraid to speak out? Sure. But if we could just get her to say something, we could convince her that she'll be fine by saying whatever needs to be said. Um, I mean, this woman's world has been flipped upside down. And like I said too the other day, I said the first person that will hurt you is your own family. A stranger on the side of the road will help you a lot quicker than family. At least not take advantage of you. And that's the truth. But I've tried. And I don't believe through her, this was her voice. I believe it was someone else said treated her bad, punished. Summer said she's tied up. And then I said something along the lines of family, and she said her kids. Yeah, yeah, most definitely. I don't understand it. If this woman was willing and did buy them a new home, that should have been good enough. But where the mix up is, If they want her daughter to pay ransom, she's got FBI, CIA, anybody around uh, that would advise her not to do so. And a lot of people know, don't stay on the phone any longer than 35 seconds because it can be traced. Well, if they played it right, say, give it time to where she could be at home and get a landline call or a cell phone call, but it be at home. And they asked her about some ransom, and she says yes. Meet here and there, put it here and there, whatever. And disguising their voice with them apps. Um, then they could watch a certain spot uh, to see where the drop off is, and then who comes along to pick it up. Uh, I honestly believe that they're doing things to her every single day, and it's got to stop. Um, and right now, I would rather be able to hear from her than her having to live that every day. That I tell you what, starvation and things is the worst way in the world you can go. Very, very painful. Um, I don't know. Could be, Patricia. I have no idea. None whatsoever. Um, I don't know. Um, I guess we'll go ahead and cut it here, guys. If we do anything tonight, it'll be based on the weather because there's supposed to be a storm down here. Um, if we get to come live, uh, we'll try to reach out to her again. If we can't get nothing, then we'll reach out to Sebastian Rogers. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you tonight, prayingly, if power don't go out. Mm.